The tamarind tree stood alone. It was a solitary sentinel in a vast, empty expanse, a witness to the passage of countless seasons, an island in a sea of whispering grass. The grass moved like waves, a gentle, constant motion that seemed to sing a song of the earth. Its gnarled branches, twisted with age, clawed at the sky. Each branch told a story of survival, of enduring the harsh elements and the test of time. Moonlight filtered through the leaves. The leaves whispered secrets, secrets of the night, of the creatures that roamed and the spirits that lingered, secrets the wind carried away. The wind, a silent messenger, took these whispers to distant lands, spreading tales of the ancient tree. The air hung heavy and still. It was as if time itself had paused, holding its breath in the presence of the ancient tree. The scent of overripe fruit, sweet and cloying, filled the air. It was a scent that attracted and repelled, a reminder of life and decay. Beneath the tree, the earth was bare, the earth was dry. It was as if the tree had drawn all the life from the soil, leaving nothing but desolation. No living thing dared to grow there, only shadows danced. Shadows that seemed to have a life of their own, moving with a purpose unknown. Shadows born of moonlight and fear. They stretched and shifted, creating an ever-changing tapestry of darkness. The villagers said the tree was haunted. They spoke of strange noises and ghostly apparitions that appeared under its branches. They said a sorceress lived among its branches, a woman of great power and mystery who could control the elements and speak to the spirits. They whispered her name with reverence and with fear, for to speak her name was to invite her attention, and no one wanted to draw the gaze of the sorceress. Her name was Ilara, a name whispered through the ages. Some said she was as old as the tree itself, a living legend intertwined with the forest's ancient roots. Her skin was the colour of bark, rough and weathered, telling tales of countless seasons. Her eyes were like green glass, reflecting the moonlight with an otherworldly glow, as if holding the secrets of the night. When she spoke, her voice was the rustle of leaves, a soothing yet eerie sound that echoed through the forest. A whisper on the wind, carrying messages only the trees could understand. She wore robes of woven vines and feathers, each piece a testament to her bond with nature. Strange amulets hung from her neck, each one a relic of forgotten times. Amulets of bone and stone, crafted with care and imbued with ancient magic. They clicked together when she moved, creating a haunting melody that lingered in the air. A rhythm that sent chills down your spine, a reminder of her mystical presence. Ilara was a creature of the night, her essence intertwined with the shadows and the moonlight. She slept in the heart of the tree, cradled by the ancient wood that protected her. She emerged only when the moon was high, her presence a beacon in the darkness. She spoke to the owls and the bats, her companions in the nocturnal world. She spoke in a language no one understood, a tongue as ancient as the forest itself, filled with the wisdom of ages. Why the tamarind tree? Some said she was drawn to its ancient power. The tree was a source of magic, a conduit between worlds. It offered her protection. It offered her strength. Others believed she was bound to the tree. A curse, perhaps, or a debt owed. Whatever the reason, Ilara remained, a solitary figure in the heart of the whispering leaves. The villagers avoided the tree. They feared Ilara's magic. They feared her wrath, and yet they also sought her out. When all else failed, they came to the tamarind tree. They came to bargain with the sorceress. Legends surrounded Ilara. Tales whispered by the firelight. Stories told to frighten children. Some said she was a powerful witch, a mistress of the elements. She could summon storms. She could heal the sick. She could curse the wicked. Others believed she was a guardian spirit, protector of the forest. She kept balance between the natural and the supernatural. She punished those who dared to harm her domain. No one knew for sure what was true, but everyone agreed on one thing. Ilara was not to be trifled with. Her magic was real. Her power was absolute. Section 5. Voices in the night. Encounters with the unknown. Over the years, many had sought out the tamarind sorceress. Farmers desperate for rain, mothers praying for their children's health, lovers seeking charms to bind their beloveds. Some claimed Ilara had helped them. Their crops flourished, their children recovered, their lovers returned. Others told of terrible prices paid, souls forfeit, sanity shattered, all for a taste of Ilara's power. Whether Ilara was benevolent or cruel remained a mystery. She was a force of nature, unpredictable, uncontrollable. And the language she spoke, that was the greatest mystery of all. Section 6, a language lost, a fate unknown. The language Ilara spoke was like nothing anyone had ever heard. It was a symphony of whispers and clicks, of growls and sighs. It sounded ancient, primal. It seemed to vibrate in the air. It resonated deep within your bones. Some believed it was the language of spirits, others the language of the earth itself. Scholars and linguists traveled from afar. They came to study Ilara's speech, to decipher its secrets. They all failed. The language remained a mystery, a cipher that guarded Ilara's past and perhaps her future. Section 7. The Scholar and the Sorceress. One day a young scholar named Elias arrived at the village. He had heard the stories of Ilara. He had studied ancient languages. He believed he could unlock the secrets of her speech. The villagers warned him. They begged him to turn back, but Elias was determined. He approached the tamarind tree. He called out to Ilara. He spoke to her in the dead languages of forgotten civilizations. To everyone's surprise, Ilara responded. She emerged from the tree, her eyes like green glass fixed on Elias. She spoke to him in her strange tongue. Section 8. The Last Echo. For weeks, Elias studied Ilara. He recorded her sounds, he analyzed her inflections, he searched for patterns, for meaning. Every night he would sit in his dimly lit room, surrounded by the hum of his recording equipment, meticulously noting every detail. The room, once a place of comfort, had turned into a shrine of obsession. He grew thin and pale. His eyes became haunted. The once vibrant spark in his eyes was replaced by a hollow, haunted look. Friends and family noticed the change, but Elias was too engrossed to care. But he wouldn't give up. He was close. He could feel it. The answers were just within reach, and he was determined to uncover them, no matter the cost. His nights grew longer, and his days became a blur. Then one night, Elias vanished. He was gone, without a trace. His room was left in disarray, the window wide open, curtains fluttering in the cold night breeze. It was as if he had been spirited away. The villagers searched for him. They found nothing. Days turned into weeks, and the hope of finding Elias dwindled. The dense forest seemed to swallow their efforts, offering no clues. Some whispered that Ilara had taken him. The village was rife with rumors, each more fantastical than the last. Whispers of ancient curses and vengeful spirits filled the air, punished him for his curiosity. They believed that Elias had delved too deep, and Ilara, the enigmatic force, had exacted her retribution. Others said he had simply lost himself, lost in the labyrinth of his own mind, driven mad by the endless search for answers, lost in the labyrinth of Ilara's language. The cryptic symbols and sounds had ensnared his mind, leading him down a path from which there was no return. The only clue left behind was Elias's notebook. It was found by a villager, lying in the forest, weathered and worn. It lay open at the foot of the tamarind tree, the very tree that Elias had often spoken of, claiming it held the key to Ilara's secrets. The last page contained a single phrase, a phrase that sent chills down the spine of anyone who read it, a phrase written in Elias's hand. But the words were foreign, alien, but not in his language. It was Ilara's tongue, the language he had spent countless hours trying to decipher, and beneath it, a translation, "Help me," a desperate plea, a final cry for salvation from the depths of his obsession.